I'm gonna cut the video now. Got a few topics for today. I'll wait until something interesting happens or I got a topic. I like the guy in front of me's jacket. It's like a brown Dainese. It's kind of like a bit suede-y. Yeah, he's motioning for everything. Look at that. He sees the truck coming, so he puts his hand down to let me know there's a car on that side. It seems like overkill, but in actuality, I appreciate it. Because it's better to have too much safety than too little when it comes to things like hand signals, and that's something that I really stress on my group tours. And it's been a real annoyance for me in the past. I've had a couple of tours where I'm like, okay, well, if I motion something, if I say watch out for this hole or this rock or something, you have to pass the motion back down along the line, because if I motion at something, only the people, two or three bikes behind me are going to see it. The rest of the group is not going to see it. So you have to mimic me so that everyone in the group gets a warning signal, and not just the couple of riders behind me. And they just would not fucking do it. I'd be signaling, and then I'd check my mirror to see if they were, and they weren't. And then I had to mention it more than once. But now that was one of my earlier tours, and now with my newer tours, I give them a very strict speech at the beginning of the tour, and I'm like, and I make it very clear that they have to do it, and it's not really a problem anymore. Yeah, originally we were planning on doing like a quicker main road today, me and Brad, and we were just gonna like head down south. But I'm kind of happy that we took this road. On the one hand, this road is more dangerous, but on the other hand, it's in some ways it's less stressful because you don't have to worry about cops. You don't have to worry about speed cameras, and that's a big fucking weight off my shoulders. Because when we're doing those fast roads, man. I was talking to a guy today, and he says like he gets a speeding ticket pretty much every time he rides. And they're normal, but the speeding tickets here are very cheap. They're $60, unless you're doing like quite a bit over the speed limit. He said one time he was doing 60 kilometers over the speed limit, and the ticket was $300, which still isn't too bad considering you're doing. I think he was doing like 60 over and a 50, so the speed limit was 50, and he was doing 110, and the ticket was $300, and he had to take his license plate off his bike and hand it to the police for 3 months. So he had to go take it. He had a month to give it to them, and then once he gives it to them, he gets it back 3 months from that date. So he had to take the plate off of his bike. But still, like $300 for doing more than double the speed limit, that's cheap. In Canada, it would probably be like $1,000 at least, and you would probably have to go to court, and you'd probably get your license revoked for like a year or two, not just lose your license plate for a few months.